The updated ministries must become the driving force of government reform. The Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine has launched an active phase of strengthening the institutional capacity of the public administration system. The changes will help to effectively implement the priorities defined by government members. In essence, the ministries will play a key role in the implementation of the government program. Why? Because ministries have to become powerful centers for policy analysis. The reform of public administration consists of 6 key stages. The first one is defining priorities and devising an effective system of strategic planning. The second is the introduction of a comprehensive procedure for policy analysis in ministries. The third stage is the reform of the structure of ministries. The fourth stage is the reform of the Secretariat of the Cabinet of Ministers, which aims to create a powerful process coordination center. The fifth is comprehensive revamping of the management of civil service personnel. And the sixth stage is the introduction of effective e-government tools. We are initiating the reform of 9 ministries. The Ministry of Justice joined this process at the proposal of its minister. Therefore, we will reform 10 ministries and we will keep the process going in 3 key areas. New approaches, new structures and new people are the 3 main directions of reform. Modern ministries of the European model should be engaged in the formation of politics, say the officials, and not be the holding companies of state-owned enterprises or objects of state property. Institutions must get rid of unconventional authority and focus on their main tasks. This is the main message of such a reform initiative. The function of forming a policy should be the main one. It cannot be combined with the function of management of enterprises. It cannot be combined with the functions of activity supervision or those functions that provide administrative services. Since April, a functional inspection of ministries is being carried out. Proposals have been drafted for a new structure of public administration bodies and a new staffing table. According to the reform, ministries must implement 4 key tasks. The first is monitoring the scope of responsibility, understanding the problems, finding and preparing the most effective solutions. The second is the legal regulation of its area of responsibility. The third is monitoring of already made decisions and to what extent has the decisions made solved a given problem and how they were implemented. And the fourth one is, in essence, the coordinations of resources. In addition, new departments will be established. For the successful implementations of reforms, our main task is to recruit 1,000 professional, highly motivated and efficient employees. Finding 1,000 specialists from all over the country is quite a realistic and achievable task. We do not mean that those will be exclusively new people. The fact of the matter is that we are quite confident that we already have professionals working in the civil service. According to Tatiana Kovton, reform should have been launched immediately after Ukraine gained independence. That is the separation from the Soviet tradition, which lasted for decades. Our policy was formed in Moscow, and here it was executed by such a command administrative method, and the ministries existed as owners of certain sectors of the economy and pursued a certain policy. So, the main issue is that the state should switch to the European model of management, experts in the sphere argue. After all, certain European standards exist in the world. Of course, they are different for every country, but the approach has to be the same. The European Union supports Ukraine in the implementation of the targeted reforms. We have signed an agreement for 90 million euros to support this reform, which is planned for implementations over 3 years. We will soon receive the first tranche of this assistance, which is absolutely irrevocable. Comprehensively, the reform began last year at the same time as the Strategy for Public Administration Reform. 2020 was approved. An active period of change is beginning now. A lot of work will have to be done in the coming months. New directorates and new requirements to them will have to be established, which will make it possible to determine the profile of the competence of managers. It is a European approach, according to which the members of the government will have an understanding of who is responsible for which direction of activity.